My name is Son Heung-Yun, Son Heung-Min brother.
I'm a million times happy that I'm in the same school as Son Heung-Min.
솔직히 우리
I know he's a world famous star, but in our family, he's just a family member. The younger brother, the cutie of the house, the second son, a part of our family.
If you're a Spurs fan, you'll definitely know the name Heung-Min Son, in Korean, Son Heung-Min.
You see his name anywhere.
It's a TV show about him and it shows all the highlights of him playing for Tottenham.
The South Korean player joined Tottenham back in 2015, becoming the most expensive Asian footballer of all time.
He's just like Cristiano Ronaldo, but in Korea.
And he's not just a star in the UK, but at home back in South Korea too.
He's the face of football in Korea.
We love you.
This is Chuncheon, the city where Son grew up. The city is only an hour and a half away from Seoul, and it's a lot quieter. It's a place where lots of Koreans go on day trips or weekends to enjoy the lakes, the views and the mountains. So what does it take to become one of the Premier League's biggest stars? Heung-Yun now coaches football at this training school run by his dad. So tell us a bit about what life was like growing up with your brother.
흥민이 항상
Heung-Min, being the youngest in the family, was always bright, playful, and very cute. We spent a lot of time playing football together. At the time that we started playing football, Heung-Min was 10, and I started at 13, which was quite late.
어떤 훈련 프로그램
Heung-Min was like a sponge with sports. Everything he tried, he picked up quickly. When it came to me, it took a bit longer.
어렸을 때는
Because we had a very strict dad when we were young, we really had to focus on the training programs. Training wasn't a lot of fun. We were required to have a lot of concentration. It was a bit like a drill.
그 지난
Heung-Min Son and his brother went to this primary school and probably even played on this football pitch. So what's it like going to the same school as one of the world's most famous footballers?
I'm so glad Son Heung-Min went to the same school as me. I feel like it's my destiny to become a footballer because Son Heung-Min has been to this school. I want to be a great player like Son Heung-Min.
그냥 조금씩 제가 스포츠에
As I watched him playing, football became much more interesting to me and I started playing more sports than before.
그런 식으로 많이 보게 됐습니다.
저희 초등학교 학생들이 그럼 지금 손흥민
We are growing up here as Son grew up here. So we can dream big and think why couldn't I be like him? That's what I ask myself.
처럼 훌륭한 사람이 되지 않을 수 있을까?
But playing at Son's old school clearly doesn't give you his footballing talent. Heung-Min and Heung-Yun trained really hard, but their dad didn't allow them to join a team or play matches until they were teenagers, instead wanting them to focus on perfecting their ball skills.
It was relentlessly repetitive. So at our young age, we were a bit bored, and that made us realize how difficult football is. We lost a little bit of excitement we had when we first started.
성인
But as I got older and started competing more, I felt my dad's training was what I really needed. I was a bit rebellious, so I had a bit of trouble with dad at times. In Heung-Min's case, he followed the training program obediently to the letter. I think that's why he's in London and I'm here. I think about that sometimes.
생각해봐요.
And it seems lots of other young Koreans want to try this approach too, in the hope that they'll go on to the kind of success Son's been having.
And I came in this academy when I was 9 years old, so I learned this academy 9 years. I practice 4 hours every day and I want to be like Son in the future.
I wanted to come to this club, so my parents and I decided to move here. I played football before coming here for 1 year, and it was different because I wasn't really ready and I didn't know how to pass or dribble, correct? But now I came here, I know how to control the ball.
We practice basic skills, techniques like ball lifting, ball controlling, and dribbling, passing, kicking, shooting.
If Son visited here, I would feel very shy. Is it a dream? I would ask myself. I would ask Heung-Min to show me his dribbling and shooting skills.
It's very good training with Son's dad and brother. I think it is very helpful to me training Son's program. I want to play in Spurs and I want goal scorer in Premier League like Son.
Son certainly made a big impression. But how big a mark is he leaving on football in South Korea? YouTube star Kim In-jik's channel is one of the most popular in South Korea when it comes to football.
Every movement he makes gets a fantastic reaction from viewers. If he gets injured, everyone is sad for him. He is number one. He's the best. So let's predict Son Heung-Min's future. I think he will be the best footballer ever in Korean history. Renowned not just in Asia, but on the world stage.
If you go abroad and people ask you, where are you from? And they're like, oh, that's where Son's from. So Son has, in some ways, kind of become the face of South Korea itself. And it's just great to have a person that you can be really proud of, especially as a country.
Son Heung-Min, 화이팅!